Alright, here we go. We already got Grumpy in the chat. Let me pull this guy over. I hate starting late. Because I have to get up tomorrow. But still do it. Let's get adjusted here. Anyway. Keep it about here. To answer your question, what I've mostly been playing lately is Windows 96. This song is Caligula. From, what is the name of this album? Windows 96, 100 Mornings. Windows 96 puts out a lot of stuff that I like. Very rarely do I listen to any like vaporwave or I guess even just music full stop that are one-hit type people. Like I do listen to a significant amount of vaporwave. It's something that it's not a meme to me. It just hits me just right the way it goes. But so yeah, Windows 96 is what I've mostly been playing lately, and he's one of the guys who's stuck around and kept making good stuff. I really like actually the one that he most recently put out. Let me pull up the song that always nails me. Just like while I'm faffing about. And I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to doing the flower picking simulator. I'm gonna do it. Like I spent all that time trying to do the shootout. I can spend time walking back and forth. Maybe I'll go grab like Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and I'll read it in the original Old English, and that'll be hell on earth. I'll choke to death on it. Let's see. Oh, that's all over here. What's it called? It's like Enchanted something. Enchanted Instrumentals, is that correct? Yeah. Let me pull up the song. This is somewhat recent. April 26th. I don't know if he has a more recent thing. But this song always nails me. I should go grab Sir Gawain. Let this run a little bit. Anyway, that's enough of that. I don't have this one. I don't have that one prepped on my mixer. But let's shift all this stuff over. Fall asleep to old G4 shows? What a thing. Yeah, well, you might get a special treat. I'm considering trying to read some of the only way to read Sir Gawain and the Green Knight while I search for flowers. I might give that a shot just for a laugh. But let's actually, I've done enough faffing. So let's try and get this guy actually going. Just talking about a little bit of artists that I listen to. My hair is like completely it's soft and fluffy, but it reveals how thin my Scandinavian hair is and my awful really high hairline. Okay, and get the, I already have the pop out chat. I just gotta bump it up here. Here we go. Switch it over to this. And if I can find it, here we go, Pathologic. Like, as much as an Amerimutt could be. I'm too mutt to call myself anything. Especially when there's a large... Oh, the cover. Yeah, but, you know, that's life. But, there's only one way I could get this awful hairline and hair that I do have. But my family is so muddled, and I don't know who half of my grandparents are. Yeah, that's your copy. You lent it to me, dude.
Traces of the supernatural.
Were you what? Did you forget that you had lent it to me?
Than intelligent and reasonable men.
I offered to get it back to you too, and you're like, nah, fuck it.
Chimeras.
Yeah, for the fuck it part. Well, hey, he offered it up. I said yes, and I've read it like 3 times now. No, honestly, more. That you forgot. Was were you like wondering where it was and forgot that you had lent it? Because I'd willingly give it back. It's become a book that I like to read when I get really bad insomnia. More than once, I get really bad insomnia, and I've just read through the whole thing. So, while we hope that we get good RNG, I'm going to consider reading some Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. But we're going to open this up. A weird... Well, it's a pretty easy read. Like, you can plow through the whole thing in a couple hours. And I get really bad insomnia. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna have some coffee. But, yeah, I get really bad insomnia, and unlike a lot of people who, they read until they fall asleep, reading wakes me up. I can't read before I go to bed. If you say, oh, read until you go to sleep, I'll read the whole book. Give me War and Peace, and I won't sleep for 5 days. Oh. Well, there's a little bit of, what's it? The implication that everyone does what Gawain does, you know? It's Gawain coming to the realization that you have to break your chastity as like a part of life. Being like all of the idea of the Green Knight is a little bit of giving into nature. He's also Nurgle, if anyone here's a 40k fan, or Warhammer, full stop, fantasy as well. The Green Knight just is Nurgle. No, and Sir Gawain has the best fucking metaphors. So I might try reading some Green Knight. I'm no joke. I'm looking at it right here on my desk, and I'm really intimidated. Like, okay, so I can give you the outline of the plot of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Okay, so basically it's Christmas, and everyone's having in King Arthur's court. They're having their big Christmas celebration. And then a guy busts in who's all green, all right? And he starts challenging people to duels. And they kind of go like, Gawain, go fight him. And Gawain goes up to fight him. And I'm trying to remember, the duel winds up being like wonky. And the Green Knight says, okay, so what'll happen is we'll each not defend ourselves, and we each get to swing at each other once. And he says, Gawain, you can go first. So Gawain goes, okay, well then I'll just kill you in the first strike if you're not going to defend yourself. And he chops off the Green Knight's head. The Green Knight then picks up his head and says, all right, come back to my place in a month and I'll do the same thing to you. So, and then it's leading up to Sir Gawain having to go and basically confront death. As a bit of the plot reveal, he ends up getting laid in the meantime as a way to circumvent death. Kind of as a metaphor of reproducing as our way of evading death. To kind of give the like quick breakdown of the whole thing. Yeah, he gets the green sash from what's the bitch's name? I don't remember. But so what this has is it has the original English in it, which is pretty awful. I'll see. I wonder how well this will actually capture. Skip. This is, I think, Yeah, introduction, preface stuff. Middle English Garbo. So, let's see, can I get this on at all? Maybe. Let me first move over the webcam. Let me see if I can get some of the... Can I get it to focus? Oh, it's so close. There we go. Sithen the siege and assault was ceased at Troy. The borough brightened and brent to the bronze and asks. So, that's Middle English, and it has actually, because it's so, even though it's kind of English, it does have the translation here, not in Middle English meter. Yeah, once the siege and assault of Troy had ceased. So. Oh, yeah. Well, the Lord, because what's the deal that the Lord that he stays with makes is like anything that he gets while out hunting, Gawain can have, and then anything that Gawain gets, the Lord can have, and he ends up getting his wife. So, yeah, as an idea, I wasn't worried about reading the like East Bloc spellcantation Slav type stuff that the worm was saying, but I'm intimidated by Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Oh, you gotta move it to the game. I'm a dumb. I'm looking at myself talking. Don't worry, guys. All that you saw, all you missed out on seeing was some empty fields. All right, so let's see. I might give this a shot. Make sure, I'm going to move my webcam like I did last time. That should be more than enough room. In case, while reading, I missed that I get a flower. So if anyone else sees it, you can shout it out so that all the cinema can hear you. Okay, so let's set myself up in a good direction where I can just kind of hold W. I might need to rearrange. If I end up doing something like War and Peace, I'll get a good like stand that I can hold a book in front of me. I'm not entirely sure. I might also just like see if I can find a HTML, have the text on screen. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I'll have to fiddle with it. But let's angle myself so I got a good long walking distance. That should get me pretty far. Okay. I'm gonna give this a shot. Okay. This might also be hard in the lighting that I have. Okay. Sithen the siege and the assault that... Sithen the siege and assault was ceased at Troy. The borough brightened and brent to bronze and asks. The tolk that the trams of treason there wrought was tried for their treachery, the truest on earth. Hit was Aeneas, and Athel the high... The fuck is that? High kind. Hit was Aeneas, the Athel and his high kind, that Scythian depreciated The fuck is this word? the Scythian depreciated provinces and patrons become. Mind you, all this stuff is spelt like become is spelled B-I-C-O-M-E. So it really makes you double take all the words. Will nay of all the well in the West Isles. For rich Romulus to Rome, riches him fuck, I don't know if I can do this. Fro rich Romulus to Rome, riches him swithe, with great bobbins that borough he buys upon first. And Nevins hit his aunt's gnome, as hit now hat. Tychus, oh, I got turned. Tychus to Tuscan, and Telids begins. Langbird in Lombardy, Lefise up homes, and fur over the French flood Felix Brutus. On money bunkles, full broad, Breton he settles, with wine. where were in rake and wonder, by seaths has want therein, and off both blessed and blunder, full skate has skyfred sin. Yeah, the alliteration. Fuck the Welsh. The Welsh are scum. Let me continue. And Quin this Bretagne was biggened by this burn Reich. Bold bredden therein, bear it that loften. In money turn time, tend that rotten. Mo fairies on this fold have fallen here oft. Page 1. This is like, it's like a marathon. Than in any other that I want, sin that ilk time, bought of all that here built Breton knights. Gotta readjust. I could probably just stay out here in this field, couldn't I? I have to mind things like hunger a little bit. Alright, already I set myself up in a wrong position. Go! I was Arthur the Hindest, as I have heard tell. For thee and onter and aired, I ought to schwy, that a selly in sight some men hit holden, and an outage a wenture of Arthur's wanderers. If ye will listen this laybot on little quile, I shall tell his assit, as I in town heard, with tongue, as hit instead in stalken, in story stiff and strong, with lel letterers loken, and long so has been long. This king lay at Camelot upon Christmas, with many Lufric lord and leads of best. Reckonly of the round table, although rich brother, with rich revel outright, and richless mirths. Their tourneyed ruled tolks by time full mony. Justed full jolie these gentile knights. Seeth in care to the court carols to make, for there the feast was ilk full 15 days, with all meat and the mirth that men could avise, such glom and glee glorious to hear, den dare upon day, dancing on knives. Always hap upon high in hales of chambers, with lords and ladies, and levis him thought. With all the well of the world they wound their salmon, the most... Oh, is there an invisible wall here? I need to readjust myself to uninvisible wall myself. Oh, I'm like way south, that's why. I think I'm gonna run out of energy on this one. But at least it's fun for now. Okay. 15 days. With all the meat and mirth that men could devise, such glom and glee glorious to hear, dare din upon dane, dancing upon knights, always hap upon the high and hales of the chambers, with the lords and ladies levis him thought. With all the well of the world wone upon their salmon, the most kind knights under Christ's selvin, and the love lockest ladies that ever live hadden. And he... What the fuck is this word? Comolkest? Oh, it must be some form of Camelot. Okay. Comolkest king that the court hails. Whew. For all that was this fairy folk in her first age, on seal, the hapness under heaven, king highest mon of while, hit were now gret knee to Nevin, so hardly a hearer on hill. Well, New Year was so yet, that hit was new comin', that day double on the dees. I'm gonna have to set this one down, I think. My hand's also getting worn out from the W's. Well, I gave it a bit of a shot. I don't know if I should keep going. Time to turn around, though. Did I get anything? I don't think so. I have gotten nothing, I'm pretty sure. Because I think the only thing that does drop out here is flowers. I'll only torture people so much with some Middle English prose that I myself can barely read. I, so great and grand, can only barely read that Elizabethan prose. Or not. Middle English. Whatever. Gay shit. Yeah, that shit's rough. That's really one of those things that they're all English words, but you still have to study it well enough to know what the fuck's going on. And a lot of the stuff, just like the context, doesn't make sense anymore. It definitely doesn't have like a timeless context to it. Not that most, like, classical literature would. I don't know. I think people get the Iliad and the Odyssey for the most part. Those generally make sense. You don't need to know too much context. Well, I've never translated the Odyssey, but the Iliad, other than the fact that I think the Romans had like 10 different words for shorelines. I remember that being one of the worst parts of translating the Iliad. But I don't know. I don't know if I feel like I'm murdering everyone by reading it. Everyone gets up and leaves. If I had a better setup for moving, I would probably take it more seriously. If I wasn't having to like awkwardly hold W and then also hold it in front of my microphone like that. On that note, if I am going to read like some lit while playing Katamari, Katamari would be pretty easy, but I need something to hold it like in place. Still trying to process what you heard. You know what I can do real quick? I can reread. Why am I flower picking? Okay. So there's one side quest, and I'm not really worried if I bork it. Part of the reason why I'm bothering at all is because there is so much time I have. Yeah, I know I need a book stand. I need to get something that I can read with. Though, as I said, I also considered having HTML to potentially have what I'm reading actually up on screen. But I'm flower picking because I need to give a gift to Grace. And the guy at the bar is not selling flowers. And I finished this day, I want to say at around maybe before noon. And he has this old shit. This is new shit. I am young and vivacious. I'm not going to read the Aeneas. So yeah, that's why I'm looking for the flower drop. But what I can do, here's what I can do real quick, is I'll read the translation of what I had gone through. So I'd only gone through 2 pages. I did a little bit of the, like a tiny bit. So do a quick of, this is it translated. Once the siege and assault of Troy had ceased, with the city a smoke heap and cinders and ash, the traitor who contrived such betrayal there was tried for his treachery, the truest on earth. So Aeneas it was, with his noble warriors, when conquering abroad, laying claim to the crown of the wealthiest kingdoms in the western world. Mighty Romulus quickly careered towards Rome, and conceived a city in magnificent style, from which, then until now, has been known by his name. Tychus constructed townships in Tuscany, and Lagobrin did likewise, building homes in Lombardy. And further afield, over the Sea of France, on Britain's broad hilltops, Felix Brutus made his stand. And wander, dread and war, have lingered in that land, where loss and love in turn have held the upper hand. After Britain was built by this founding father, a bold race bred there, battle-happy men, causing trouble and torment in turbulent times. And through history, more strangeness has happened here. Than anywhere else on earth. But most regal of rulers in this royal line was Arthur, who I heard is honored above all. And the inspiring story I intend to spin has moved the hearts and minds of many. An awesome episode in the Legends of Arthur. So listen a little while to my tale if you will, and I'll tell it as if it's told in the town where it trips from. This awkward stanza here. Trips from the tongue. And, as it has been inked, in stories bold and strong, through letters which, once linked, have lasted loud and long. It was Christmas at Camelot, King Arthur's court, where the great and good of the land gathered. All the righteous lords and ranks of the Round Table, quite properly carousing and reveling in pleasure. Time after time, in tournaments of joust, they had lunged at each other with levelled lances, then returned to the castle to carry on their caroling, for the feasting lasted a full fortnight and a day. With more food and drink than a fellow could dream of, the hubbub of their humor was heavenly to hear. Pleasant dialogue by day and dancing after dusk, so the house and its hall were lit with happiness, and lords and ladies were luminous with joy. Such a coming together of the gracious and glad, the most chivalrous and courteous of knights known to Christendom, the most wonderful women to have walked in this world, the handsomest king to be crowned at court. And that was the translation. Let's see. No flowers? Oh, wait, that wouldn't even show me if I... No flowers. So yeah, okay. I'll explain the reason why I'm actually really interested in getting the flower. I'm not willing to cheat to do it, but I will bust my balls for it. The implication is that Grace won't be able to get sick if I pull this off. That I might be able to bless her so that she won't catch plague. And although she's not one of my bound, so I'm not overly worried about protecting her, it would mean that I wouldn't have to waste panacea on her should she get sick. That was much better. They should have just written it right the first time. Fucking English. Okay, I'm here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's actually understandable. Good work on the translation, though. Still mustering to get that, all those alliterations in. I'm not super well versed on, like, the meter and stuff, how it's written. Especially not in a form of saying it aloud. I feel that you can really only understand how meter of shit like that works saying it aloud. You know, you can sit and count out your dactylic hexameters, but unless you're saying it, it doesn't connect. So, unless if you study it, I wouldn't even know how to keep like that rhythm and pace, because it does have really weird, like, sudden meters that are super, like, 2 syllables, and then it goes into a little poem. Because it is something like dactylic hexameter for 20 lines, and then a line that's like 2 to 4 syllables, and then a little poem, and then it goes back to, I think, dactylic hexameter or something like that. Just a very, like, glossing of understanding it. So getting that rhythm is funky. Should've just done it the way the Romans did. Bob and wheel. I wouldn't know. I know fuck all. I know as much about bob and wheel style as you know about shunt motors, I bet. I guess the real question would be, do you know as much about bob and wheel style as I know about shunt motors? So, plot-wise, I'm interested in getting the flower, but I'm not worried about pentameter than 2 meter. Okay. Wait, so are all the other lines done like just pentameter? Because it cuts to the short little pooms. I mean, are they all 2 meter? And I don't know if there is a regular amount of lines before each time it switches over. Okay, so we got our hunger catching up. I need to not... 14 of 5. Okay. I'm trying to remember. So she wanted bread, milk, and a flower. And exhaustion's catching up to me. I think this is the only place to RNG catch flowers, so... I had a slight theory that going to some of the sort of like park locations... Yeah, must land on alliteration. That sounds like a massive pain to write. I'm guessing this style comes from Welsh. And I wonder if just the Welsh language is more given to it. Unless Sir Gawain is written later than I realize. But I doubt that. I imagine it's originally in Welsh and then translated to Middle English and then to normal human speak. Unless it's like Njal Saga and stuff like that, where because Njal Saga was written way after the, I guess put to pen. But the language didn't really change as far as I'm aware, other than Njal Saga is originally in Icelandic, I think, and then got translated to Dirty Gorilla Norwegian. No, Icelandic is way more gorilla speak than Norwegian. I'm guessing Sir Gawain experienced something similar. I mean, it at least has that background in its injection of Christendom, when a lot of the King Arthur stories, I believe, are... We did it, boys! Grace, I'm coming to see ya. Saving. We did it. Wait, gotta get underneath. We did it, boys. Alright. Fuck. Wrong side of the fence. But, Njal... Okay, so the injection of Christendom into Sir Gawain is much more fluid. I don't know if that's just that we're super, like, Anglo culture, so it feels normal. The injection of Christianity into Njal Saga is so awful. It's literally like... Yeah, we need the blessing of Arthur. Thank you, Arthur Pendragon. I met Arthur Pendragon when I was in Wales. No, I didn't actually get to meet him. I just heard about him. A town that we were in had a local drunk who would wander from bar to bar, claiming that he was Arthur Pendragon, and demand free beer. Everyone kind of just like pat him on the back and gave him the drinks he wanted, and he would just go and drink himself into oblivion on the street. But what was I on about? Oh yeah, okay. So in Njal Saga, the injection of Christendom is it's like, and then Lord Bjorn died, but he died with a cross on his chest, so he's saved. Don't worry. Even though he was a pagan all up his entire life and even actively fought the Christians moving in on territory, he died a Christian, though, because he was a good guy. He realized at the very end, while his house was on fire with him inside it, and his entire family burned alive, but he died a Christian, don't worry. From what I've heard, the Norwegian lord who translated, at least specifically in Jarl's saga, really didn't like that he had to inject that, but it was one of those things where if he didn't start injecting that into the, because he was a super traditionalist type guy, he was an OG trad in the 1400s. So he didn't want to inject a bunch of Christianity into these old fables, or, well, I guess it's not really that much of a fable, at least not in Jarl's. Jarl's doesn't really have anything supernatural going on. It's all pretty cut and dry. But there's no way he'd get a book published if, your heroes were pagans at the time. We are talking about namely old translations of old literature. Specifically, I'm on about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight and Jarl's saga, and just the process of getting translated. Because a lot of these original translators had to fuck with the plot to make it kosher for the time. Because listen, you can't have one of the heroes of your Norwegian saga or Icelandic saga be completely themed around a Christian killing pagan and he be the hero. Okay. Hopefully I don't fuck this up. Okay. We actually got plot. I'm excited, boys. That's enough grinding for flour.
I'm soaking wet.
You're so skinny. Your wrists are even thinner than mine. Ah, we got a cunt in here. That's why you're so blue. He's not just blue, he's true as well. Cheers. Grace says, but please no. Do you hear the metal things clinking on my chest? Those aren't keys or lockpicks. They're a special kind of hook. Look what I've brought you, Grace. Flowers. So beautiful, too. Thank you. How did you know? Those are exactly the ones I wanted to offer Farkad. He likes the color red. Perhaps you're fond of them, too? I am, Grace, and I'm fond of you, too. And is there anything I could do for you? I'd be glad to, because just yesterday, as I was looking at you, I thought I'd like to give you a hook. Shit, I gotta cast my fucking curse on this lady. Okay. Shit, do I need to know a secret about her? Fuck. I don't know if I know a secret of Grace's to cast a fucking spell on her. Fuck. Listen, I wandered afield and read a bunch of fucking Middle English trash. Fuck. When you get the hook. Oh fuck. I don't know. Do I try and cast the spell? I'm not going to try and cast a spell on her. I think that she's going to come willingly into my embrace. Do you really trust me like that? Will you agree to talk to me? I trust you as I trust myself. I'm all ears, dear sister. Fuck. You have to actually think about the choices when you're doing Changeling's campaign. Who are you, Grace? I'm Grace. My father was the caretaker of this cemetery. He poured milk and Twirin over the graves. No one told me I had to get Twirin. Fuck. Hopefully she won't bother. My mother swept the gravestones with her hair. They taught me to listen to the dead. What will become of us, Grace? There will soon be a plague. Why is this happening to us? Because there's no escaping it now. And it's been coming from the steppe, getting closer, step by step. The dead felt her coming. She pierced the earth with her sharp bone stilts, which reached them underground. No one will be spared. Do you know why it happened? This game, there's some specific structures that will really remind you of Morrowind. The polyhedron, I always have to comment on it being a Morrowind figure. It came out about the same time, like 2003, 4, whatever. Well, it came out 2003 in Russia, 2004 in the States. Got its translation. And also, it's really weird because one of the great things about Morrowind is it's amazing, like, universe building and not being like really standard medieval garbage. Anyway, no, but I'm afraid it's the punishment for our sins, for our faults and transgressions. Someone among us has angered the heavenly powers. It was bound to happen, with us being so brazen. So says Lady Katarina. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad that your faith is firm. I promise you that as long as you can muster the strength to accept the divine will, nothing will hurt you. Okay. How do we do? Our conversation was rather awkward. I should go back to Katarina now. Okay. Sound like I got an item, actually. Also, my voice cracked a little bit there. Yeah, I swear I heard the noise of, like, getting an object, but I don't know. Did the blessing work?
Yes.
Morrowind is the greatest game for everything. Morrowind is the only video game. Video games stop after Morrowind. Everything else is just an imitator. Morrowind is the only game that I wound up beating the final boss with my mad jumping skills. Unexpectedly, too, in my first round, I beat the game because of my sick acrobatic skill. Okay, so we gotta go back to Katarina. And hopefully she's blessed now, and she won't catch plague. Yeah, no, Morrowind is crazy good. It's too bad I don't think anyone would ever accept that game today, being that you have to actually read the dialogue to get directions. People would be accepting quests and wondering, where's my little thing that shows me where to go? I was like, it's in the quest, dude. He said you gotta turn left at this rock, dude. my boy, walk down this road until you see a rock. You see that rock, keep going, because you gotta look for a different rock. Then you turn left, and you just gotta walk out in the woods for about 5 minutes. If you go to a lake, you gotta go through the lake, okay? Okay, so speak to Katarina, then I'll go to bed, and then we're gonna see the mime performance, and then plague will finally strike. I live in the district that's gonna get hit with plague first, so we'll see how that plays out for me. Did I miss the entrance to the manor? No. All right, Katarina, I brought some morphine for you. I'm joking. She's not getting any of my morphine. I'm using that shit. Oh, we're not going to talk about Fallout 76. I prefer to stay away from the plague.
My girl.
You okay, Katarina? I've spoken to Grace. And so? Now, I have to remember that people almost always believe me if I lie. Anyway, I'd rather convince Katarina that I got fucking superpowers. I made her change her mind, just like that. It seemed like the right thing to do. A strange decision? Why did you do it? What of it? Isn't it better this way? Well, I see the latest news has been too much of a shock to you. You look upset and bewildered. What a strange look to have in your eyes, girl. You ought to go to sleep. Get some rest immediately. But Clara, are you really so easy to lead astray? This is the Song of Evil. Oh, wait, okay, I misunderstood what the response was. Fuck. Seemed like a better idea to me. Oh my god, I'm gonna get murdered. I might have to... I had no reputation, and the police are gonna show up tomorrow, like right outside the house. I'm gonna just get butchered. Okay, I won't survive the next day if I do that.
Why
You know,
don't
I'll
they
catch up on the
bring
chat.
anyone here?
I'll just do the same things. Okay. Okay, I misunderstood what the response was. Why is my reputation so low, actually? It shouldn't be that low. Why is it going down? Guys, why is my reputation going down? I'm going... Oh, God, the cops are going to beat the shit out of me tomorrow. Huh. Anyway. Oh, yeah. I feel bad for the people who got stomped on with Fallout 76. I don't know. Honestly, like, I don't know if you are, but Fallout fans... Even after Fallout 3, I was like, nah, this thing's gonna go down the shitter. Stay far away from Fallout. It's not the same game anymore. Like, I think everyone was, when New Vegas came out, they're like, oh, you know, Fallout can still work. But keep in mind that the bigwigs at Bethesda actively hate Fallout New Vegas because it was made by an outside development group and it was better than them. So they're salty bitches about it now. So they will specifically never make Fallout New Vegas again because it was successful and because they're salty. Sabotaged New Vegas? I don't think I've heard that. Yeah, rest in peace, Fallouts 1 and 2. I have to get back in character. I have to do Survival Man again and do Fallout 2. Because I had fun with Fallout 1. But I need to rebuild the set in a way that's not complete ass. But yeah, give me the hot scoops on Bethesda's sabotage.
You'll have to withstand trials. We need
No.
to hurry.
Yeah. But that's hardcore Septipus. But yeah, it's like, watch out. It's one of those things yeah, it gets the big, okay. Like, I don't blame anyone for getting 4. Because if you're like, oh, well, New Vegas was pretty cool, I'll get 4. Because all they gotta do is do New Vegas again. Maybe they were just figuring it out in 3. But yeah. Employee bonus wages was dependent on getting greater than... No. So they didn't just fuck the game, but they fucked the people who made the game. That is fucking nasty. Oh. Yeah, no, well, there's a lot of cool, and also, I don't know if you'd call it inspired, but Baldur's Gate is really cool as well. One day I'll play Baldur's Gate on stream. I've actually technically never finished Baldur's Gate. I've gotten to, like, the end and trailed off. Anyway, she believes and thinks the same way as we do. There'll be plenty of time to talk in between dialogues. That is good. You have not, I hope, confused or disappointed her? No. I've only made her true faith firmer. Okay. Grace is with the humble ones now. In these days of terror, she will be protected by the power of truth, and no evil will be able to touch her. Yeah, all you can say is 4 is okay. Like, I don't know all the ins and outs of 4. I mean, The shit that happened with 3 was pretty... Like, 3 isn't the worst game. It's got some really dumb stuff in it, though. I mean, I remember getting my flaming katana in the first couple hours of the game, and it's like,
Neither
oh,
the sun nor death can be looked at without winking. Who said that?
I guess I have the best melee weapon in the game. I guess I'll just go through the whole game with this. Okay. So, bedroom's back. Does he not have a bedroom in here? I swore... Oh, it's around this corner. Okay. Okay, so I need to eat before I lay down. Did she not take my... Okay, she did take the bread and milk. Shit. I'm just about out of food. I have a really low reputation. And we're about to start experiencing hyperinflation. So things are not looking good for Clara so far. I'm not going to increase my health. I'm going to worry. I'm going to hold on to my my painkillers until I catch plague, which is virtually inevitable, unless there's something special about Clara that will make plague not as bad. But it's 8:30, so we'll sleep for 4 hours until midnight. Then we'll go see the mime show. And we'll come back and rest the rest of our exhaustion away.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
Oh yeah, no. And as I said before, I wouldn't blame anyone for picking up 4 after New Vegas, because it really does leave you story-eyed going, oh, maybe the stuff that was dumb about 3 was just a fluke. And maybe, coming back, they'll figure out what's good. Little did most people know that Bethesda was actively hating New Vegas, basically for being successful. Like, I would have no idea why you would be so petty to shoot yourself in the foot like that. That's bizarre to me. Yeah, the Fallout 3 cop-out ending. Oh yeah, we forgot that Fox can just go in the generator. Oh, I thought that was some sick brown Twira. Check, make sure my pockets aren't full. Okay, we're good. Yeah, because I had a whole bunch of Twira from picking flowers, or desperately trying to pick flowers. I think I'll make more tea during the mime show. I've seen the mime performance already twice now, and well, it's a mime performance. I only need to see it once, or I don't need to hear it. It was what I was trying to say. Words, fuck everything. Yeah, I remember my character in Fallout 3. I went around with a flaming katana, a fedora, and like a trench coat. It was pretty amazing. You know, Fallout 76 would be one of those things where I'm like, I bet you the beta is better than the final product. Okay, I'll listen to this. But mime performance time. Let's see.
The rulers had to accept something was wrong. The terrifying discoveries have convinced them. One of them managed to curb the family feud.
Bad news. The governor will abuse his power, and the rest won't let him get away with this. Nothing's changed.
The town was placed in quarantine. From now on, the infected districts will be locked down, and no one will be able to leave until the situation is resolved.
Well, it won't be. They won't figure it out.
All right. So I decided to not get tea because tea is for bonglanders. And I'm a proud burger man. So we're going to be... Let me get this up here. Oh, do I not have my cup? No, I do not have my patented cup. Get the fuck over here. I need my Bart Simpson glass, damn it. All right. Ugh. Oh yeah, no, I really love, especially like, because I'm a massive mark for like even Daggerfall. I really like. Okay, let's suit up. We got milk. Oh, my arm is weak from the gym, and I can't move the milk. Fuck. At least I didn't drop the milk. That would have been disastrous. But it's holiday season time, boys. So we're also gonna be we're gonna nog it up. Just gonna be drinking this shit. All right. I'm gonna switch from, I'm not gonna do a gallon of milk a day. I'm gonna be drinking a gallon of eggnog a day. Truly. I will become a Christmas beast in 3 months. I'm a soy boy? Hardly. I drink that powerful milk. I don't drink none of that soy. That high estrogen milk. More like a Christmas ham. Holy shit. Drink a gallon of nog a day to become a Christmas ham. But yeah, I just wish that Daggerfall was... Oh, I get the plague marked out for me for free. Okay. Well, it being free is pretty useful. Yeah, but I wish that Daggerfall wasn't so, My plan right now is to get a good, thick but firm ass, and then get some tight pants and run on the beach for some girls to peg me. That's the master plan. The kind of girls that let me eat their ass. I'm dying. I'm fucking dying over here. But yeah, I wish that Daggerfall was fucking stable because I'd be playing that shit all day long. Ultimate dad bod. No, dude, I'm gonna have a nice firm ass, firm but large. Also, cheers. Like it's gonna be big and tight. All right. So we'll just nap until our exhaustion is gone. Probably like, it's probably 4 more hours, but I'll hit 3 first. Yeah, 1 more hour. So this is going to be another day where I'm starting super early. This is what, 5 a.m.? 5:30?
Neither the sun nor death can... Don't let anyone scare you. No one will dare touch you while I'm of influence.
I wonder if, even though I have low reputation, if the guards won't kick my ass. Wear shorts and polo to the beach. I'm not German. I don't wear socks and sandals. All right. You have walked around and observed much. Tell me, Clara, how does this disease spread? Through breath, through touch, or perhaps through blood-sucking insects? Those have grown in number of late. It's not contagious. One falls ill when one time comes, and it notices him. It is then that the disease aims its jagged spear at a man. Come closer, my daughter. Tell me, advise me, what measures must be taken to stop the epidemic? Where do we send our brave patrolmen, the executor suicide squads? All these measures mean nothing. Send some of them to the cathedral and some to the cemetery, shovels in hand. That would be my advice. You've been to Miami? Yeah, well, Florida. Florida is also Florida. I'm a fucking powerful Californian from California. Florida's not a state. Florida's a festering appendage. There's nothing wrong with your saying this. I'm thinking aloud, and I would like to know whether the Harbinger agrees with me. For there is someone else speaking through your lips, is there not? Yes, there is. 5 years ago, the sand plague broke out in the poorer districts where, due to our negligence, the social sanitary conditions had become truly appalling. If, like the plague, it is spread by blood-sucking fleas and their host animals, perhaps a culling of bulls and other domestic animals would be the best solution. Rats, that's what you ought to exterminate without mercy. There should be a reward for every rat killed. I will tell you what I'm going to do. Don't say a word to anyone about the plague. I refuse to allow a panic, so I will ban all expressions of mourning. Let them celebrate instead. To the bachelor, I have recommended that he reassure sick people, saying that they have been affected with a general condition. As you wish. Let no one talk about the sand plague for as long as possible. Now, if anyone attempts to escape and is heard saying that the disease is incurable and a pair of boots is the best medicine, that person must be taken into custody. Is that something you would endorse? Yes, I would. But do you really think this will be enough? Yeah, Clara just making shit up. Florida, I'll tell you why Florida is the dad bod of the states. It's because it's full of retirees and old Jewish dudes. It's where everyone goes to die. Including the carnies that live there. It's also full of carnies and like crusty jugglers. It's pretty close to like American Gypsy land. That is my job to do. Do not worry about that. To be the ruler during a plague is a cursed part to play and a grievous burden. A man doomed to nothing but error. Yes, all those measures are just a way to comfort ourselves. My only hope is you. I hope you have not allowed despair to overtake you yet. Do I need to restate my request? I have no will but yours, Father. You shall visit a singer named Anna Angel. Of all the black souls in our town, this is the blackest. The Willows used to be the happiest house in this side of town, and we were happy to have such neighbors. Now every crack in the walls of that house is oozing with blood and tears. I had the same impression. Crusty Cubans. Yeah, I really like, by the way, that Alexander has banned mourning and says that everyone should be celebrating during the plague. This really seems like a solution that's going to work out. I suspect that one of the bloodthirstiest ghouls that walk the earth has infiltrated our town in the shape of this singer. Have you heard about the caravan? Of course you haven't. Ask her about it and see what she has to say. All right, you frighten me so much. Okay, is this main quest? Yeah, this is, okay. Main quest for the day. They say that Anna Angel's soul is blacker than coal and her crimes are as terrifying as they are unprovable. Even so, I will force her to confide in me, to remove her mask and reveal the nakedness of her soul to me. It may be that she is not so black on the inside. I don't know. If I recall, is this the Soviet Union? It's like just a vague East Bloc. It's got heavy Holodomor vibes. So I would aim at Ukrainian. I don't know exactly where the devs are from. Are they Ukrainian? But yeah, it's... Remember that this is a Russian game primarily. And I'm avoiding Plague like the plague right now. Because, yeah, I'm a filthy gypsy right now. All this area is completely plagued over. Who's this dude just standing here? Okay. Let's go to the bar. Just because I'm passing by. Say hi to Andrea. Oh, shit. I meant to see Katerina. I'll double back. Alright, I don't give a fuck what Andrea has to say. I just want to see the price on, like, coffee. Oh, shit. Coffee's cheap. Okay, that can be useful. I got 7 coffee. That can last me almost the whole game. We'll get a good look at the herb bride real quick. Okay, we gotta go. Okay, so we'll run real quick back to Katerina. I'll get her crocodile. But yeah, I'm going around right now as a gypsy blessing people. And I'm pretty hungry. I'm out of food. My reputation is way too low.
It is as if my temples were pierced with needles.
Okay, so it's actually
Do
from Moscow.
something.
Okay. Is your faith firm, my dear daughter? Have you faced any temptations on your path that made you doubt the truth that I profess? For I have nothing with which to convince you, but the love burning inside me ever stronger. It's firm, mother. Where are you losing your pen? Don't tell me what places you're finding your pen, dude. Do you remember everything I have told you about those bound of yours who are infected with a utopian heresy, and about some of them, or perhaps many of them, being instrumental in bringing the wrath of heaven upon our town? If I back the blackness of Anna's soul, you'll find more black. You'll just find all the kidnapped children that she collects for her circus. Where am I? Oh, yes. It must be so, mother. There's a mansion in the stone yard called the Stillwater. Living there is a girl named Eva Yan. Ooh, am I going to convince her to kill herself? That would be the best if she jumped off the cathedral because I told her to. Under your keyboard. That's the best. Under the keyboard. Hey, I wonder what's behind this evil. Oh, it's more evil. Anyway, I hope that I'm the reason why Eva Yan commits suicide. That would be the best. Anyway, living there is a girl named Eva Yan. Both good and bad things are said about her. She is said to be affectionate and depraved, a kind soul while also voluptuous. But I'm not talking about that. Lust is not the kind of sin to incur such a punishment. What are you talking about her then? Eva's been led astray by utopian ideas. What's particularly captured my attention is that Eva, the gentle Eva Yan, is spreading an extraordinary amount of time at the town's cathedral. There is no knowing as to what is drawing her there, but her way of life is incongruous with such piety. It is mysterious. I'll try to solve it, mother. Eve is gentle and weak. Begin with her. She is unlikely to be rude to you. Try to use your powers on her first. For, from then on, you will commune with some dangerous and difficult collicutor. Oh. I got one of those days. I hit a new word. Whatever, I'm not about to get cooked by a dictionary. Coffee and spit on your trousers. Did you drink the coffee, go, oh fuck, it's too hot, and then spit on yourself going, oh shit, it's still hot? They may overwhelm you with their rage, rendering you unable to sway them. I'll try, Mother. Alright. Eva. Eva is yet to be converted. Her heart is pure, yet the arrogance of the Scarlet Nina's ideas have ignited a very dangerous fire inside of her. I will have to extinguish her, lest the greater powers hold the whole town responsible for this impertinence. Yulia is the keeper of the hooks that I may use to take hold of Eva's soul. Okay, so we gotta go see Yulia. Being cucked. I'm not gonna get cucked by a dictionary. And also, yeah. I can peer through my monitor into what's happening in your life. Keep this in mind, boys. Don't let the dictionary cuck you. Word definitions, I just make them up. See a word I don't know? Fuck it. Skip it. Listen, if I don't understand it, it obviously wasn't important. Alright. So, what would Yulia know? But then again, I don't really know anything about Eva Yan. All I know is that she is horrified by the Haruspects, and she wants to fuck the Bachelor. 8 out of 10 potential emote slot. Okay. Yulia, what do you know about Eva Yan?
They say it's neither cholera nor pox. So it's not that bad?
Why are you so quiet? Is something troubling you? I'll be honest with you. I have a request to make, but I'd like to do something for you first. You don't have to worry about that. Rest assured you will do something for me. In fact, you're doing something for me already, even if inadvertently. Believe it or not, but the pleasure brought by your visit feels startlingly physical for the kind of purely intellectual stimulus it actually is. Shame on you, Yulia. You're making me blush. Frankly, I imagined you as a completely different person. Tall as a lamppost, white, ragged, with your ribs bare, and a firm, shapely bosom. Long hair, off-white and disheveled, of course. And a pair of huge, puffy peepers. The fuck is going on in Yulia's head? That's the image of a saint. It's what they would look like 1,000 years ago. The lights in my room are too loud. These are powerful lights. These are my... I put my sex lights on whenever it's sexy times. Right. Enough silliness. Let's get to the meat of the matter. You know, I am dying to know what your request may be. I'd even venture an educated guess that you want to ask me something about Eva Yan. Fuck, now she's the mind reader. But what could it be? Anyone could have told you the basic facts. Who she is, where she lives, what she prefers to wear. Are you interested in something else then? Something concerning her soul? Is this the case? What is Yulia's background? Some fanfiction written by Yulia. So with any of the 3 characters, you barely meet with Yulia. This lady's a freak. I want to know, like, because as I recall, she's supposed to be something like a professor. But she's into some woo-woo shit. No, I'll go with this. This is not... Puff puff. Alas, no, Yulia. I wanted nothing of the sort. You can roll cigarettes from your scribbled calculations. I don't fit into your constructs. Shit. That did increase my reputation. I can buy food now. Guys, I fucked up the quest, which means I can buy food now. That's actually not too bad. As ever, my tongue runs ahead of my reasoning. So many times I have promised myself to keep mum, to let others talk. It wouldn't work anymore, even though it seems there may be a silver lining to this cloud. I'm actually kind of cool with failing this quest right now. It wasn't the main quest. And it means I can actually go to the store and they won't chase me out for being a gypsy. Okay, yeah, but so she's a math magician. Oh, yeah, because didn't she have some specific interest in the polyhedron as well? I don't remember. It's been quite a while since I played the Bachelor campaign. This is now like 100 years ago, dude. Yeah, because she is always like interested in shit. Okay. Okay, she helped with the polyhedron. Hey. Peace be upon you. Have you tried turning up the lights on your side of the stream? That might help you. You there, boy on the street. What day is this? Okay, fuck off. Not that I had enough water anyway. Okay, so let's go talk to the carny. And make sure I don't work myself into a shoot. Brother. Okay. Increment real quick.
What?
You're so pale. Would you like to use my rouge? You look like you're about to tell me something. You have such a mischievous sparkle in your eyes. I'm going to whisper something in your ear. Lean over so you could hear. I love secrets of every kind. Simon is alive, fully alive. Do you understand? Eva's told me secretly. How can she know? The Bachelor has Eva completely under his thumb. She's like a slave to him now, but she also knows his secrets. And guess what? He's colluded with Stach Reuben, an apprentice of Isidore's, a surgeon and former mercenary. Together they're now hiding Simon from the Canes, making it look like he's dead. I wonder if Simon himself is part of that plot. Yes, I think so. There must be a reason the three of them are doing this. Their goals are probably evil. What else could they be? Why are you telling me this? You need to check if Eva's telling the truth. Do check. And afterwards, from the Canes about the newcome Bachelor. Do you understand how that will change your life? They'll stop persecuting you. You'll gain their favors and earn a lot of money. Or perhaps you don't care about money at all. I do. Everyone needs money. Someone whispered in your ear you beat the fuck out of them? Well, what if they told you a really good secret? Oh, that's not even the... Okay, so she gave me an additional side quest. Okay, who will injure the Bachelor? Even knows where the Bachelor may be found. If Anna was telling the truth, I will be able to unveil the true nature of this messenger clad in snakeskin. Okay.
Whose child was crying there?
I've come on behalf of my protector and father. He wants to know more about you than he does now. Oh, so now I'm on the Soborov's list of undesirables too. Truly, I'm being targeted by all the powers that be. I would never expect that from Soborov, a firmly principled man and old neighbor of mine. In the meantime, the Olgimskis have been utterly terrorizing me. I was even going to plead for his protection. And what's the Olgimskis' problem with you? Oh, I do know what it's about. There's this local usurer. I'll tell you later how I'm involved here. So tough Vlad decided to pocket his blood money. Vlad himself had to pay up quite heftily. He transferred the funds to your new father yesterday. But what does that have to do with you? We'll come to that, my dear. The hunchback refused to give Vlad the money, so Vlad said he'd find a way to bring him to heel. Perch was someone who could reveal all the skeletons in the hunchback's closet. That was a direct hint at me. Yeah, because the hunchback knows that you steal children. Vlad had found out about my involvement with the hunchback, but it's hardly something that Alexandra wanted to find out. Please, my dear, save me from those infernal old Gimskis. Vlad is terribly, unbelievably cruel, and he can't control his anger. He can smash an oak table into splinters. He can condemn hundreds of people to torture just to quench his own fury. Help me, and I'll be completely open to talk with you. Find out if Big Vlad is scheming against me. Would he really threaten you? Yes, he thinks I'm easy to handle because of how I acted yesterday. And today there was this threatening message, saying I'll soon die the same death as others who, well, no need to get into the vapid lies that followed. Signed, Look Back. Do you have any idea how scary that is? What kind of signature is that? How am I supposed to talk to him? He won't even let me pass the door. My words can't pierce walls. Well, think of something. You'll surely manage. I sense an angelic power in you. I, of course, would have used his children to get to him, but they're already grown up, and I wouldn't be able to handle them at this point. But you will. Well, I'll grant you that wish. I'm sparing no efforts for you now. Okay. Yeah. Well, be prepared for the bull that is Big Vlad. Anna is afraid of Vlad the Heavy, the head of the old Gimski household. He wouldn't want to meet me, that's for sure. His children, though, Capella and Vlad the Younger, might trade their words with me. Oh, fuck. A Slav. Peace be upon you. Okay. Let's go. If I was still hearing the combat music, I must be wrong, though. Okay, so we gotta go harass Capella and Young Vlad. Which, Young Vlad, if I recall, since he's all into step magic, I think he's on to me. Alright, so we'll bother Capella first. I think I only have like 8k, 9k in dollarinos. That's not going to be enough for food. It might get me through.
Do you know anything
Specifically,
about the disease?
you're dreaming about the Big Vlad. All right. Hello, girl with eyes that look like they're eager to take in the entire world. Who are you? An owner of a pair of healing hands. You can call me Clara. Why do I feel that we have something in common? Something important that's hard to miss. As if we were siblings. But what is it? Then tell me, what is your purpose in life? I'd like to give the children a new life. And a new faith. Indeed? Then you must be the Holy One. Then you too are a prophetess and a harbinger. You're saying that you're going to gather a congregation and give them a light of a new truth. What truth will it be? Tell me, girl with eyes of which a dead woman is looking at me already. That fucking harsh. Do you think he actually believes in step magic? I think he's gone down the rabbit hole, young Vlad. I think he's fully on board with step magic. I think, to the point that he's more into it than many of the kin are. Because many of the kin do have kind of like this slight air of it's more tradition than true magic going on a little bit. I think he's full on in the juju. He believes in the stuff that even he's gone fundamentalist step magic. All right. I'm not saying I want to start a new church. You must have phrased it badly. You simply don't understand how good my intentions are. I know, sister, don't be alarmed by the things I say. It's just that what you're talking about is too dangerous. It's not to be toyed with, even if you're just children.
The children no longer remember.
Don't worry, we'll say hi to Vlad. We'll say hi to Big Chad. He has his own well. Oh, all the pain, all the pity, all the abysmal depth in your eyes. Speak fast, please. I do not know why, but being close to you feels oppressive. Don't be angry with me. I'd like to do something good for you, so we could become friends. Really? Do you want to do something nice for me? I don't even know what to say. You know, sometimes I feel that there is no one better and kinder than you in the whole world. And whatever you might do would be good, even for me. But sometimes you feel differently, don't you? Yes. Yes, sometimes I feel as though you and I were enemies. And you are a very dangerous enemy, seeing as you're not human. What am I saying? I got a headache. Sorry. It's all this terrible air. I'd like to do something for you regardless. You know, I've told the Bachelor to go to the Skinners, which is a disease hotbed. A little boy named Loafer was going to test a toxic powder there, but I still haven't heard back from the Bachelor. Perhaps he didn't find the boy. I see. Would you like me to find the Bachelor or Loafer? The Bachelor would be better. He is, after all, the more responsible one. Ask him if he's tracked down the boy and managed to take that horrible mixture away from him. Christ! Alright, I'll ask him when I meet him. Another side quest. Who will sting the Haruspix? The Bachelor is somewhere in the infected district. I'll be able to find him in one of those houses. Minivan Big Vlad. Oh yeah, that was awful. With the kid just standing in between the houses. Yeah, find him in one of the houses. The boy was not in a house. He was in between two houses. That was awful. That was an awful stream.
Welcome here.
I've come with you with a very important task. If you answer my question, I won't bother you anymore for now. Tell me, is your father threatening Anna? For how much longer are you going to torture my father? No, he is not to blame for anything whatsoever. Remember it, in case anyone points a finger at him in the future. Why did I only give him my word? Someone's been sending anonymous threatening letters to Anna. She's convinced your father wants to punish her for something. Yeah, it did give me an opportunity to understand how the disease... Want to hear a fuck joke? Go for it. I mean, I'd tell one about rape right now, but it might be a bit forced. He doesn't care about this Anna at all. But I suppose he's going to start now. Anonymous threats. Way to slander him. Thank you for telling me. I'll strangle this Anna myself, the Viper, with my own hands. But who could be sending her those letters? They're signed, Look Back. What did you say? Look Back? I think I'm beginning to see now. Anna must have really been involved with the caravan, which makes Khan... Really? Fucking Khan? Okay. The most likely writer of the letters. So that's why they suddenly assembled at the Polyhedron 5 days ago and wouldn't leave. They had heard the seeds of the caravan sprouting in the town. Small wonder. I don't get it. Who assembled at the Polyhedron? Half true, one goes up. A while ago, all the town's children darted for the tower on the other side. Like sheep from a wolf. There was a mention of the caravan back then, but I didn't make too much of it. Yeah, Instaban. I run hot, though. I got maximum edge. I'm just full of razor blades over here. There was mention of the caravan back then, but I didn't make too much of it, so Anna's afraid that her past will surface. Guilty mind is never at ease, and Khan had actually found out. And so now, of course, he wants to kill her because of the caravan. His dogheads must have been prowling about the town looking for people with caravan connections. Now they know, but the epidemic has struck in the meantime. As soon as he pulls himself together, after his grandfather's death and is done setting up the polyhedron's defenses, he will surely dispatch a revenge squad to Anna. And why had the news of caravan fugitive frightened the children so much? Basically, they used to abduct children. It is said that they brought them up as actors in order to attract new audiences. They picked the best, but now, so many years later, there have been so many legends and so many ballads and scary stories about them that no one remembers the truth anymore. In the children's ears, the word caravan is simply synonymous with a maddening and inescapable horror. But it's only Anna, and she's alone. I can't throw Anna under the bus, because she's one of my girls. Khan will give her no peace regardless. In his mind, even a single living caravan actor is a being who will sow and spread the seeds of this senseless monstrosity, like an infection of sorts. Please. Please. Really, though, what was the point of the whole plan? They probably had something else in mind, too. No, nothing. They traveled the country, acting, singing, performing stunts and tricks. They took bright children and left ugly ones on doorsteps as replacements. Like changelings. They were leaving fear, grief, hatred, and monsters in their wake, while themselves becoming ever more alluring, beautiful, attractive, and memorable. But despite that, people were growing more and more afraid of them. But that's a very clear picture of an imaginary evil. An evil that really only pretends to be evil. What is real evil, then? I'll go with this. Nothingness. The absence of feeling and color. If a caravan like that never existed, that would be the real evil. Yes. You do sound like you know what you're talking about. Who are you, Clara? Answer me. Whatever I told you now, you wouldn't believe me. Don't be so afraid of me. You didn't think a miracle maker would look like this, did you? That will soon pass. Now that one's just bad. I think I got a letter. I've learned a lot. Ogimsky has nothing to do with whoever is stalking Anna. I don't know if Anna should be happy about this or not. What I do know is this kind of hook I should use to drag her conscience out. Yeah, I know faux show about her nabbing kiddos now. Oh yeah, letters. That's what I wanted to check. Oh no. Alright, Septipus. You can cue up the video if you want. Are you a saint?
Saint.
Or a thief?
Thief.
We'll start with this one. This I've already done. Daughter, for this is how we'll call... Oh wait, are we on day 3? What's going on? Oh, it is day 3. I just missed a letter. Okay, I'll go with this. Oh, maybe I got this at midnight and I just didn't notice. Are you a saint or a thief? Since they call you both names, whether or not you're a saint is for you to judge. But can you at least remember what it is you stole? Why do they try to chase you, to hunt you down, as if you were the world's worst offender? Sister of mine, don't you cry. Don't give in to despair. As powerful as your enemies are, your protectors wield greater power. A villain should be judged. A saint should perform miracles. If you cannot spare time for these everyday commitments, rest assured I will take care of your affairs for you. I'm going to visit the Skinner's district today. Do you recognize my hand yet? Fuck, I don't know what the districts are still. These ones are just getting bad now, dude. My dude. Okay, let's see if I can, I'm gonna go steal Anna's soul. Look, we got all this progress. Day 3 just started. In which Changeling endeavors to hunt her impudent sister down and uncover habitual villain's sins. This... Well, the first one wasn't much of a dad joke, was it? Okay. So, is the Skinner's district the one that's plagued right now?
Is it fatal? For real?
Yeah, for real. All right. I've talked to the old Gimskis, Anna. Yeah, thank you for the choice of Septipus. Get out. I'm gonna have to beat you up for these guys. These puns are feelboten. Pray tell, what are they up to? You have nothing to worry about, sweet dear. The Olgimskis aren't interested in you in the slightest. A boy named Khan is sending you the threats. I wonder why. So that's how it is. Now I understand. I can see the whole picture. That is the point. Now I realize. Woe is me, the ever unlucky artiste. I played the part of a villainess all too well, and now no one's going to believe that I am what I really am. Thank you, my dear. Now I know which direction to expect danger from. Do you agree to answer my questions candidly and without prejudice? I do. And why didn't you... I don't give a fuck about her being a kidnapper, honestly. Let's begin then, Anna. Did you cause this plague? I'm afraid I did. Afraid I'm guilty, for we will never be forgiven. We will be exterminated. All of us, with no clemency. No one will be saved. Oh. I'm gonna jump through the internet, dude, and I'm gonna have to deck you. I'm gonna climb right through my monitor, and I'm gonna shit down your throat for these puns. Okay, but how did you do it? It's all because I'm cursed, because I finally become one of them, one of the caravan. Weren't you with the caravan before? It's not true. I've never kidnapped a child. I was myself kidnapped at a very young age. Well, not literally kidnapped. My ending up there was more of a mishap. Why then do people say that you're a performer from the caravan? Because they want me to they want to make me one of their lot. Try to make a singer out of me. Dress me up in motley patterned stockings and a whalebone corset, so that the children would come to look at me and listen to my frolicky songs. But it didn't work. Why didn't it? Because I'd been born ugly and mute. No one would play with me. I couldn't even say mommy. All the while dreaming of becoming a real singer. I had thought if they teach me to sing at the caravan and make me beautiful. How would that be possible if you were mute? They had sorcery in their blood. They made stage artists out of children like myself. Nothing came out of my singing in the end, but I did become a true caravan girl. A malicious, obsessed troll ruining children's lives and souls. So happened that I was already here at the time. I'm gonna brutalize you. So you were a failure as a singer, weren't you? How'd you become so beautiful? They fed me egg yolks and oysters. Fucking carnies. They fed me egg yolks and oysters, made me drink lemon juice, put a special toad on my chest so that I'd absorb its miasma. It didn't work. Then they decided to make me a figurine. But then there was a raid. We got rounded up near Orv. I escaped with a snake charmer named Var. He carried me out. And why were you the reason the pestilence broke out? I had betrayed my parents. I had taken someone else's voice, someone else's hair. Then, when I was already here, I acted the same way the caravan leaders would. I was hungry, so I lifted all these things from from Willow the girl, who then died. It was she that used to be the golden-haired singer. That's when the plague broke out. How's that even possible? As a punishment for my greed, Willow Mellow had predicted that it would all turn out this way if the caravan got here. She had even been stockpiling medicine. The stash is actually all hers. All this time, I've been waiting for my punishment. I've twisted nature so badly I should have remained a cripple. And who was this Willow? Your puns are getting slowly weaker. You're exhausting your power levels. She was a real baby doll. But I did to her the same thing the caravan had been doing to children. Ground her into flour, unwove her into threads. I don't even know how I did it. Such injustice. You're a horrible sinner. You had it coming. I suppose I can't expect to ever be forgiven, can I? I think that she wants me to play up that she's a fucking sinner. Going Super Saiyan? You started off Super Saiyan with the first one? In fact, I would say you revealed your power levels too much, and they've been dropping ever since. You need to hit some Kaioken real quick. Too big of an honor for you, having an entire town perish because of your greed? No, it wasn't your doing. See, I keep getting like the sound of letters and other things. The audio's like kind of weird. All right. What should I do with the dreadful Anna? She's not the one to blame for the pestilence, but this doesn't make her less of a monster, directly or not. Her demented passions have led her to kill Willow Mellow. Shall I condemn her then, or shall I let her live? Father must know of my decision. Okay. Do you think she's justified? Wait, okay. You gotta catch me up on that. Okay. Which part is justified? I need some context here. Justified about lying about people, or that she's a sinner? Because I'm about to go say that Anna, she's splendid. I love her. Anna number one. Everyone loves her. She's great. I thought I heard the combat music jump up. Oh, the child murder part. Oh no, she's a fucking sinner and she's gonna burn. But I have to keep her alive. I need this.
They say hitting hard.
Gotta hear both sides. About to go Super Saiyan 3? Dude, you can go Super Saiyan 3. I'll keep my eyebrows. Yikes. I like it though. I like that one. That's a good one. It's not the best. But I do like it. You're entirely your own mistress, but remember that time will soon run out. I've talked to Anna, some neighbor you have. Not you, we. Or do you still not think of the rod as your home? Tell me, what is your verdict on Anna? She's innocent. Are you sure, Clara? I'm sure. Who is guilty then? I don't know. Are there no more bad people left in town? Don't you want to know who caused the disease? Be watchful, Clara. Careful you don't let a criminal walk free. The entire town will be slowly consumed while your mercy is keeping one villain alive. Let the truth prevail. That's fine. I still got enough reputation. Okay. As dreadful a person as she is still little more than a child, whose own naivete only serves to make her too fretful for her own good. I do not have it in me to condemn her. Let them turn their suspicious glances to me. Let them think I may be an accomplice. Still, I'd rather let her redress whatever harm she has caused. Fucking circus folk. I do like that one. you would murder children to not be crippled. I don't know, I think by the time you got old enough to go around murdering children to uncripple yourself, you'd be used to it. Just thinking aloud. I'd murder children if it meant I could walk. Okay. Oh, fuck. That's where Bachelor is. Let's do that now. You can't say bad things about Bowie. Don't you know that's illegal? Bowie was a saint and a massive drug addict. Okay, so I'm wagering that Bachelor is where the kid left. I'm gonna show up and Bachelor's just gonna spit in my face. I think I'll actually be able to finish all the... Okay, save before I enter the Plague District. But I might be able to do all the jobs today. Is there a faster way through? No, I have to go around, like, Isidore's house. Okay, let's go. Plague time. Vape clouds, watch out. That one's cute. That one's really cute, actually. That's like a joke you could tell your mom. A lewd joke you could tell your mom. She'd get a laugh out of it. Gotta turn in here. Or, I guess not. Bachelor. Oh, Bachelor. I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay, here's the kid. Yo, is this kid gonna give me maximum plague? What are you doing walking around here? Don't you see there's danger on all sides? I'm not afraid, I can't get infected. Best part about playing as Clara is you get to just make shit up. There's a schmouter I want to test. If you fall ill and swallow it, chances are you'll be cured. But I've got to check that first. See, I'm running a real clinical test here. Give it to me, kid, and run from here, quickly. He did. Well, or I guess you could frolic away, too, from the Plague District. Okay, but that doesn't answer my bachelor. Okay, it's marked in this building. Youch. Use the teeth, Rabbi. Oh, yo, can I heal this guy? Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can bless people. No? Oh, I murdered him. I didn't realize I would murder him. Stop blessing him, he's already dead. I thought I could do my healing touch on him and save him from the plague. That was an unexpected swerve. That was a lot of reputation loss, too. Get the Twira. The unexpected Okay, so Bachelor's in here. He's in another plague house. Okay, go, go, go. Shit, I want out. Okay. You know, I'll catch up on that book you just wrote me. Let's go. Bachelor, where are you? Bachelor!
I'm tired. I've had enough.
What are you doing here? I could really do without being bothered. I've been looking for you, Bachelor. Someone is worried about you. Eva? I'm gonna make Bachelor fuck up his job. Yes, precisely. Eva. She's cried her gray eyes out. Go to her, will you? Did it. That one's also cute. Okay. Oh, that doesn't do anything? I'll deal with it. Unless, I don't know. If I reload, it's because it's only 8 a.m. still. And rather than spend most of the day just rummaging through garbage, which is probably going to happen anyway, let's see if it goes out longer. I'm almost given too much time in the day for Changeling, or maybe I'm just, because I've already done 2 campaigns, I'm playing this really efficiently. Okay, Bachelor, you fuck.
Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
Okay. You're the one doing errands, not me. Doing my own work here. Actually, that reminds me. Have you by chance seen a dodgy-looking lad around? I told him to get lost, but I'm not sure he listened. You could tell by his eyes that he was a Weasley fellow. I wonder what you were up to while he was out there risking his little life. I've sent him away. That's reassuring. By the way, you really shouldn't be here. Barach the Haruspix is hiding in one of those houses. He's dangerous. I'm sure he is this Ripper everyone's talking about, the body snatcher. I wish I knew where he was hiding exactly. Wouldn't want to walk into the beast's lair in the dark. That's intense, so what happens now? Changeling is kind of empty. Is it just because the dialogue choices are definitely way more... You can almost, with Haruspix and Bachelor, just choose the first dialogue choice and get through almost every dialogue for free. I can guarantee you I've made that Juan joke before. I knew a Juan. So I can guarantee you I've made that joke at him. I've been trying to track him down for some time now. He's certainly somewhere close. Flashed past a while ago. Actually, if you happen to see him, tell me which house he's in. I'll deliver on rewards, in coin as well as medicine. They will come in handy. If you're trying to track him down, why aren't you busy looking for him yourself? I can't leave this place. I've got work to do. By the way, have you met any butchers around here? Big fellows, you know, flat faces. I've been waiting for them for a full hour. I'm afraid that damned Ripper was involved again. He's got some issue with butchers, too. No, I haven't met any big fellows. Okay. Let's see here. Please. I'm gonna scare away the normies. Haruspix is hunting in the infected district. Even if he walks from house to house, he will linger long enough in one place for me to find him. Okay. I miss playing as Haruspix and stealing organs all day. Those were good times. Okay, so we know he's in the infected district. I'm gonna guess he's just gonna be, say, standing outside of a house. But let's see. It sounds like I might be able to pit the Bachelor and Haruspix against each other. How much you want to bet he's in the cul-de-sac? In what's a bone steak lot? Cut through here. I like that one. Oh, Christ. Thought that was Haruspix for a moment. Where is... This should be easy. Haruspix is like 6'5". He should stand out. Okay. Oh, this is gonna turn into searching for that kid again. I'm actually really tempted to walk into some plague, but I think I might just be believing my own lies at this point. That one doesn't have as much juice in it. You got to recharge your levels. That one gets the okay. That's the you got the chuckle pass. Oh wait. Oh, he's probably outside of Isidor's house, wouldn't he? He might be in a fight with the guard. Oh my god, if I show up and Haruspix is harvesting the organs of the guards. Did I take the wrong turn? I have to go around. This is Isidor's house, but I'm on the wrong side. Haruspix. Shit, he's actually not here. Save real quick. Let's see. I thought that would have been the case. Damn. I doubt it. The guards never have anything to say. Oh yeah, wait. I actually have a decent amount of stuff to barter. I might be able to get some meat from a guard. Do you know where Haruspix is? She wasn't very talkative. Oh, I've wandered out of the plague. Let me double check this. Okay, let's see. Haruspix is hunting in the infected district. I just gotta... If I wasn't watching out for plague. Okay, I'll throw one out right here. Okay. No, I won't do that one. Because I've stolen it from somewhere else, and I don't want to inadvertently take credit for a joke. It is good though. I won't be arsed. It's not even that bad of one. It's actually not bad at all, unless if you're super soft. I was remembering it. I was like, oh no, that's sourced from somewhere else. I won't bother then. I'm not a thief. Oh, you can guarantee All of my unfunny jokes are 100% original. Also, where the fuck is Haruspix? Yeah, go in here. Is he gonna be right where the kid is? Or was? Wait, which one? Oh. What is this? Oh my god, this is gonna turn into the hunting for the kid again. Shit, I'm running up. Yeah, I called that one out for being weak. Listen, when you're in the comedy business, though, they can't all be zingers. Catch the guy a break. Fuck. That one just goes in the weird category. Fuck. I'm gonna have to like the words methodically search for Haruspix and all this goo. Where is he? Like, what part of the Plague District have I not checked out? Maybe I don't know if I've gone back here. Let's check that out. Like, kind of closer to Stickies. Oh, shit. I looked away and walked through Plague. Because you were walking into the room. Yeah, I know. I turned around to be like, "Hey, I'm probably gonna get off," and then I just hear choking. Okay, I can get more behind that one. Well, I got plague now. Outside interference. God. Women ruining everything. Women. Yeah, pathologic is reality. Also, quiet down. Quiet down, Blue. My Jew is in the room. If you're not careful, she'll put the kibosh on you. That one only works if said aloud. The fuck is Haruspix? I might, especially because I had a late start. I don't want to close it up now. I'm kind of feeling juiced. But it's probably, what, easily 2 a.m.? Yo, woman, like, what's the time? Yeah, I should probably close it up. Oh, sweet. Twira. Okay. Increment that. Okay. Let me pop this guy up. Alright. I want to keep going. But I got gym and stuff I gotta go to. So I can't be up forever. I'm also really afraid that hunting for Haruspix is gonna turn into a fucking deal. Oh well. Listen, if I end up wandering, we can go back to reading Sir Gawain. You can't keep going with these. I can't stay on forever. But good for pulling out ones on the pull locks. They need a few more. They need a few more in the ribs. All right. Tomorrow at earlier times, Deadly Premonition. I'll probably actually be moving forward in the plot with that. But it's late, and I'm not going to stick around forever. So I'm cranking this guy up. And let's change our ending. Let's get a different ending. What do I want? I won't keep this one on, but it's late night, so this one will go. This will do good. Alright. I'm outie for reals. Is that good for you? Is this good?